Out there tonight because we are expecting storms to increase tomorrow. A 10% chance for storms, which isn't great, but we'll have a better chance of getting a few of those isolated storms around the Pikes Peak region and along the rest of I-25 come Friday afternoon. We'll kick up the chance for storms even further on Saturday. We'll have a 30% chance for storms. We'll drop it off to a 20% chance Sunday into Monday. Long story short, we're falling back into that pattern where we have an almost daily chance for storms here as we head through the weekend and early next week. So let's jump right into your Friday forecast. Tomorrow morning, we are tracking a cool front that's going to push through. It's going to kick up the wind a bit, so a breezier start to your Friday. It's also going to increase the amount of clouds we'll track. We'll have the clouds beginning to increase through about lunchtime, with storms beginning to pop up across the high country. We'll keep the storms over the mountains through about 3 o'clock. That's where we'll stop the time now. We'll have a few storms capable of producing some moderate to heavy rain up in the mountains, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that. Best chance for storms along I-25 will come during the late afternoon and early evening. This is when we could see a few storms along the Palmer Divide, around the Pikes Peak region, and mountains south and west of Pueblo. Taking you into the later evening hours, we'll keep a few storms around. We'll push a few out across the I-70 corridor and the eastern plains once more. But as we head toward 9 o'clock, most everything is going to come to an end. So we'll kind of have a hot time for storms between about 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and then things will begin to wind down during the late evening. As far as your temperatures are concerned tonight, it is going to take a while to cool down. Eventually, we'll make our way into the 50s and 60s, though, by early tomorrow morning. And this cool front, it's going to drop temperatures a handful of degrees, but tomorrow is still going to be quite hot. 87 degrees in Colorado Springs, 95 in Pueblo, with temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Now, keep in mind, if you are caught outside in one of the areas that gets one of these storms to move through tomorrow afternoon and evening, those storms will drop temperatures. So have a light jacket with you, have an umbrella with you. Those will be two handy things tomorrow afternoon. 87 degrees will be your high temperature. We'll hit 84 on Saturday, 86 on Sunday, so temperatures staying warm this weekend, but the same thing goes where if you get caught underneath one of those storms, temperatures will cool noticeably, so keep that in mind if you're doing anything outside. Temperatures will cool even further. 70s are expected Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll finally dry it out next Thursday, taking storms out of the forecast. In Pueblo, 95 degrees will be your high temperature tomorrow. We'll keep the 90s in place all the way through Monday, but then 80s are going to return to Pueblo, so we get a break from the heat as we head into the middle of next week. In Canyon City tomorrow, we'll hit 91 degrees. We'll hit 89 on Saturday, so slightly cooler, but still quite warm. 20% chance for storms Saturday and Sunday, then a 10% chance for storms Monday, Tuesday, and again on Wednesday. Teller County, 77 is what we'll end up with tomorrow. We'll keep the 70s in place all the way through the weekend. We'll also keep that daily chance for storms, particularly for the afternoon. So if you want to get out, do some hiking, the morning time frames will be the best time to do so. We'll drop it into the upper 60s by Wednesday. Wednesday looking to be one of the coolest days of the next week. And as we were talking about earlier in the show, this is a very typical pattern for July. I mean, we have that monsoonal moisture that is going to stick with us here over the next couple of days, which just leaves us with that daily chance. So nothing overly impressive. I don't think we'll have one of those big, long lines of super strong storms that moves through, but